Hey guys, Phoenix from Tarot. So in this reading is Britney Spears reading is actually going to be based on an article that I'm seeing in the Daily Mail. This article is written by and there's a reason why I'm doing it on this article, by the way. The article is by Diane Cooper. She's a US senior celebrity reporter. And the article reads what Britney Spears is really like behind closed doors. And for the first time, Kevin Federline is revealing the secrets that he refused to spill, even for $1 million, and the terrifying acts that she did in front of that Britney did in front of her children that left the children running from her and all of this sort of stuff. I haven't read Kevin's book, nor would I be buying the book, nor do I intend to. However, what caught my attention about this article was two things. Firstly, it's him saying that this book is a cry for help and everybody's concerned about Britney and it's been happening. We tried to handle things privately for so long that I felt the need to come forward to really gain some support for the family and all that sort of stuff. And he says that the clock is ticking, right? So that was one thing that he said about Britney. This is the reason why I wanted to do the reading based on this article. In it, the article is saying that Britney claimed she suffered brain damage as a result of her 4-month stint in rehab back in 2018. If you guys know my channel for years, we were one of the first channels to get on the Free Britney movement. And for years and years, I've always said there are two predictions that I've given that have not come through. Firstly, I always said, well, about the Trump, gosh, before Biden came into power, when Trump lost the elections to Biden, it was about the elections being rigged. That was one prediction that I gave that hasn't come through, that hasn't been realized or verified yet. My second prediction was regarding Britney. And in my prediction, I said when Britney went to rehab, she didn't have an issue. She developed her issue after when she was in rehab due to the type of treatment she got. And from there, yeah, and it deepened when she got into her conservatorship. So it's the conservatorship that's responsible for the brain damage to Britney's health. And I said this, but at the time I said, look, this is just a prediction. I am not a medical professional, so take it as it is. But it's interesting. This article talks about Britney suffering brain damage. So I thought that was really interesting because she said it herself. So what I want to do in this reading is just go through and just cutting through all the noise to understand in Britney's energy, just how bad is it? And where is the lawyer that got Britney off? Remember that lawyer who was looking like Clark Kent with the glasses and everything? Where is he? Okay, so anyway, so Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels of the highest light, of the highest vibration frequency, please protect myself, please protect and bless those viewing this reading. May we only channel messages of the highest light, may we only channel messages of the highest truth, the highest accuracy, the highest not the highest nuance, the highest truth, the highest accuracy, and nuance as well into this situation. What could we know about this situation that provides us insight to what is going on for the elevation and the expansion of the collective awareness? Thank you. Okay. So let's go into Mr. Federline. Okay, so what I am seeing, no surprise, but we would dig a bit deeper into this. Could you guys see this? All right, let me adjust. Great. Okay. There we go. That's better. Okay. There's no surprise. It's the anticipation of the money grab. And I don't think that would catch anyone by surprise. There is something about, because he's saying, oh, this is stuff that I wouldn't have divulged before, but I'm looking to divulge it now. What I'm seeing is something of needing money and what money that he would be able to get from this. That's one of the reasons I'm seeing for it. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go out on a limb. This message is fairly faint, but I'm getting the message that apparently behind the scenes, not only him, but I'm seeing the sister, Jamie Lynn, I believe, have been trying to get money. It's like they're showing me Jamie Lynn, they're showing me money, and they're showing me like shaking a tree, almost like shaking a money tree. Like, what else could we get? Or we need something. That's what I'm picking up on here. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. You guys know my readings. You know I don't like this card. This is the deceit card. This is like you're not being trustworthy. You have ulterior motives energy. This is coming right near the top. We're going to come to this high priestess in a moment. This is your ulterior motives. I feel that in Britney's camp, there is either someone in the camp who is trying and who is keeping everyone at arm's length. But if you notice with this Knight of Swords, it's sort of going in and going against someone. But knights are very, like, they have an idea and they haven't thought an idea through. Okay, let me break this down. So we had the Nine of Cups above the Knight of Swords. So with this Knight of Cups, it's talking about in Kevin Federline's energy, there are certain things that he wants. It's either certain things of reminding people that he is there, trying to revive his career, or, just putting himself back out there in the limelight again to, everyone's looking on, they're showing me an image of people looking between their sofas to see where they can find money, right? So that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm seeing. There is something about Kevin Federline getting a new agent as well with this Nine of Cups. And it would be interesting to see if off the back of the publicity that he's gotten for the book, whether you may see him on, let's say, some reality TV show for Z-list celebrities, for instance. It's just something along those lines that I'm seeing as well. However, with this Knight of Swords, they haven't thought it through. So this Knight of Swords is going to the Six of Pentacles. So it's a matter of someone saying, yeah, we'll give you money. There's something about the deal that he struck for this. Either with the deal, he didn't get as much money as was anticipated, or there is something that's gone wrong with the deal where the deal wasn't thought through fully. With the Knight of Swords, it's agreeing to something, but like it's seeing all this money and saying, yeah, let's go for it, let's get it. But in terms of developing the idea and the plan and the story behind the reason why you're doing it and so on to make it more palatable for the public, that wasn't put in place, right? It's like a half-baked idea. So that's why it's fallen flat. I think the sales for the book have been quite low. It hasn't really been well received. People see through it. They see it for what it is. They see it that it's a cash grab. And that's also why we have this Five of Cups here. Because it's disappointment. It's something not going according to plan. So he had high hopes for this with the Eight of Cups, thought that he was going to get it, and it hasn't come through. Don't be surprised, though, if you see him on some reality TV show thing. But it was a shakedown for money. There's been shakedown for monies going on in the past. They're showing me in my mind's eye that the sons have gotten money. Like the sons would get, but it's something about the money being irregular. Like irregular bursts of money. It's like they want this, but they haven't quite been getting that. Notice that hand is up, like, like I'm seeing money, but money coming through quite irregularly. Like it can't be relied on. And people getting frustrated about it. What I'm picking up as well is the sons, whether it's right or wrong, the sons themselves feeling a way about it and a way about not being able to get money from Britney's estate. From the sons, I'm not picking up not being able to get money in the sense of it's an expectation, we demand this, or being ungrateful or just wanted to shake their mother for money. I'm not picking up that energy here. It's just, they're giving it to me like when you're on the when you're on the outside and it's just your mother in this huge house and has so much and you don't quite have that. Hopefully as I go on, I'll express this energy a bit more. But with the sons, there's the energy and the emotions around it are a bit more complex. There's a lot of hurt there. I'm picking up there's also a lot of understanding with regards to her and her mental health condition and so on. There's a sense of wanting to be supported by their mother. So even if it's just monetary, at least it's support. And just not receiving any of that, not receiving it at least consistently. So whether it's love, whether it's money, it's just having, it's like they're talking about the Maslow's, is it Maslow's law of, for goodness sake, hang on, they're giving me, I'm seeing Maslow's law. Let me just put this Maslow's law. The Maslow's law, it's the hierarchy of needs. Like there's a psychological hierarchy of needs. So it's like your psychological needs, your safety and psychological needs like breathing, food, water, shelter, clothes, safety and security, love and belonging, self-esteem. Like they're showing me that. And it's as if with these boys getting it, it's patchy. And sometimes money and love and security could sort of bleed into one. And if you're not getting one of them, in this case, money, and you're not getting it regularly, it could sort of feel as if you're not getting the rest of it either. There is something around that. I'm going to leave that energy for a bit because I feel like I've over explained it, but that's as best as I can express it at this point in time. Now, the thing with this, of course, Britney being the star here, but there's a bit more about this and the star energy being exposed as well and lifting the lid off of what's happening with her. And lifting the lid on a higher, it's a betrayal with the Ten of Swords revealing that information. Not only Britney viewing it as a betrayal, but overall, the energy around it is, I will betray you. Like the intention is to betray someone's trust. Okay, so in terms of the betrayal of trust, and of course, we got that here with this sneaking and this deceit energy and so on with the Seven of Swords. The intentions are not there. The intentions are not right. I want to look at the intentions a bit more. And again, we're going back to just how bad is it? The intentions and just how bad is it with Britney? Kevin Federline's intentions, just how bad it is with Britney. That's it. That's what I'm saying. Yep, that's what I'm saying. It's the trying to get money. It's been working in the background, trying to get money. So you're working, you're seeing the money there, but you're not getting much of it, or it's coming through irregularly. And this is what I'm saying. It's like you're hustling, you're out there, you're hustling, you're working, but it's a lot. Especially when sometimes you have a particular lifestyle. And I think with the boys, they're 18 and 20 something. So whatever money they would have been getting has dried up. Has there been any saving of money or management of money that the sons have been getting? Any saving or management of that money? As I'm asking the question, I'm being told not as much as there should have been. Yeah. Guys, I don't do reversals. I don't do reversals. I don't do reversals. This Sun card wanted to come out as well before, and that Three of Pentacles. Guys, I don't do reversals. When reversals come through, they come through for a reason. So I was asking the question, in terms of the child support allowance that her sons were getting, were they handling it and managing it as they should, handling it and managing it? Because at this point, the son should have a nest egg, and we got through the Eight of Pentacles reverse. So Eight of Pentacles, when it's upright, it's talking about, it's talking about saving away, in the context of this reading, it's talking about saving away your money for a rainy day. It's talking about taking money people have given you and you doing something with it, whether it's painting a star in it, whether it's reinvesting your money, whether it's putting it in a trust fund, whether it's using the money, let's say, for education or investing in a business or whatever. It's, taking the money you have, being frugal, and, because the two sons, they're children, right? So it's a matter of your parents stepping forward and doing that for you or on your behalf, right? That's what this energy in the context of this reading represents. And instead we get it reversed. So that should have been happening and it wasn't. And we have the ten of Swords again. So it's like everyone in this energy being betrayed. Britney being betrayed, and the sons also being betrayed as well. This Sun and this Three of Pentacles, perhaps I'm sure when I'm editing this reading, I'm going to get another message for this. But the way I'm seeing it as with the sun shining down is like it's going to become more transparent with this Three of Pentacles of Kevin working with someone with the Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords to try to figure out a way of how to earn more money. It's like these are PR or publicist people who are telling him, look, this is the script. This is what we want you to do. Go ahead and do it. In terms of when you're publicizing the book, go ahead and publicize it this way. Trust, the book is going to sell, you're going to get money from it, it's going to lead to other things, right? And with this Ten of Wands, no, it's not coming out that way with the 10, like the head being down, and this is heavy lifting. It's like Kevin Federline wants to be alleviated from something, and it's not going to work. And of course, with the Seven of Pentacles, it's like not having the response you expected it to have. However, having said that, what they are saying to me in my ear is that you could have something hit the headlines, and many times it's just a matter of getting your name on the pages. It's getting your name trending in social media and using that, whether it's for good or bad, using the fact that your name is trending to see if you could leverage it for other things. But I'm picking up in this energy, he wouldn't really be able to do that even. Like they did not do, there was something with the Five of Cups here of disappointment with how the launch went, and he wouldn't be able to get much from what he's done. Like they've ruined their chances, basically. Okay, how bad is it with Britney? How bad is it? And then we just ask that question and we wrap this up. How bad is it when it comes to Britney? I am glad that they finally bring like the brain damage. We predicted brain damage with Britney about 4 or 3 years ago. I think it's around this. In fact, it may have even been 5 years ago. It was around the time this channel started. For goodness sake, I hate it when I talk. I've forgotten the question. How bad is it with Britney? Right? How bad is it? When? Oh gosh, I'm seeing. Just for a moment, guys. Oh no. Okay. Now here's the thing. We know Britney is not all there right now. We know that for sure with this full energy. Here's the thing. They are right when they say with this full energy and with the Eight of Swords, this is not a very good combination to get. This is the energy of someone who could accidentally pass on or create an accident or something of that. They are a danger to themselves, is what I'm seeing here. What I'm picking up with this Eight of Swords in particular, and this is a very sad situation, it's that conservatorship and what she went through in that conservatorship. And I would say it again and again and again and again, did more damage to her than it was worth. What she went through in that conservatorship on its own, and how she felt and how she was humiliated, degraded, how people around her treated her, for her being like one of the best entertainers at that time since we had the Prince. Well, I don't know anything about Prince, but like the Michael Jacksons, like she was, and to be degraded and humiliated and constrained and be a prisoner the way she was, I cannot begin to express to you how much damage that did to her. So many times when you see her spinning like a top and people are talking about this, that, and the other, just that sense, it's like being a performer and wanting to be out there. It's in her blood. That's what she was meant to do. It was her calling. And it's trying to tap into that. But they're showing me like a vinyl, and you put the needle on the vinyl and it's like it keeps on skipping. That's where she's not all there. So she's in these videos, she's keeping on spinning, she's performing, but the needle keeps on skipping and scratching, and that is because, like, I always say this, these people should be put in prison. The doctors should be put in prison. I always said this as well, and this was a few years ago. Yeah, and here we go. And it's all of, sorry, this devil energy. Of course, I saw the devil energy and I didn't see the devil energy. But when you have the devil energy and someone being, again, the constrained, tied up, restricted in terms of movement, she was looked at when she went to the toilet, heavily medicated to the point where she didn't know which way was up, which way was down. People abusing her, taking advantage of her money. Imagine, and they were saying, oh yeah, she has dementia, she has this, she has that. No one with dementia could be in. Remember when she had a residency in Las Vegas and she was doing a full show, doing full-on dance routines and singing and doing all that stuff? Like, I regret doing this reading now because anytime I see it, I just get so like, ah. Now, one thing with her though is she does create a lot of chaos. She does create a lot of chaos around her. There is something of The family not being able to get at her, not being able to get to her money. I don't know if anyone watching this is going to know anything about that, but there's something about not being able to get to her money. I wonder if she's in a relationship here as well. Okay, so Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, what else is there regarding Britney? What else is there in the future coming up for Britney? Let's look at that. Future coming up. We have the Ace of Cups and we have the Nine of Pentacles reverse. What else is coming up for Brit? Anytime I do this deck here that I'm using is the deck I use for Biden and Britney. And those of you who know my readings, you know what I mean. It's always the deck where people's mental faculties are lacking. I always use this deck. And always with Biden and with Britney, we always get this card, the Seven of Cups. This is being away in La La Land. This is being away with the fairies. This is not being all the way here. I just don't know why. Okay, they're giving it to me like this. People just can't ensure that she's comfortable. At this stage, it's just ensuring that Britney is comfortable. It's ensuring that she's on her right medication and ensuring that she's safe and she feels safe. I am getting that, fair enough, she's erratic, she's this, she's that. But as I always say, not because your mental faculties isn't all the way there means that you should be tied up and restrained either. It's like Britney lives in this constant fear of being tied up and restrained. It's like that is a fear that it's like she expects to be thrown into the conservatorship again. That's just what I'm picking up, the Justice card and the Four of Swords. Like people are going to come in, and she's also, as well, I'm picking up, wary of medication that people give her. Like she doesn't trust people and the medication that they give her. And based on what we've said before, it's with good reason that she doesn't trust. So there's medication that she should be taking, and sometimes she takes it, sometimes she doesn't. But she is of like, she wants to partly be aware of things. But at the same time, she lives in fear of that constant threat of being put back in the conservatorship, being put back in restraints. That is what drives the fear. Is she? This Ace of Cups has come through again. I wonder, and the Magician has come through again for both. There is something not true about the way her health is being portrayed. And to close off this reading with these two magicians, we're just going to do something on that. There's something not true about it. They're reminding, yeah, okay, so what is it that's not true about it and her health? What is it that's not true about Britney and her mental? If she had, let me just get one more to confirm this. If she had better people around her, who, like, if her family really were there to take an interest and take care of her, this is something that she could have recovered from. To be like, what is important to Britney with the Six of Cups energy, it's like a very giving energy, a very giving soul, like being a mother is, and having a family. They're giving me the energy of that's all she ever wanted, you know? And it's like, if she was able to have people who were like, she could be comfortable and she could lead a happy life and also be there for her children as well. Like, a lot of this doesn't need to be here. So when they're saying, oh my goodness, it's worse than we thought and blah, 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 it's like not necessarily with Britney, but with the support that she has around her. It's like Britney has aspirations still, not because like your mental health and cognitive ability isn't there, still doesn't mean that you don't deserve to live a full life and live a life of dignity and live a life of self-respect as well. That's what she wants. to be surrounded by loved ones and have people love her for her, and not be thinking that somebody love her for her, irrespective of what her mental health and mental state is. Not release a memoir and embarrass you and air your dirty laundry for everyone to consume. Like, it's a matter of dignity. It's a matter of respect, irrespective of, regardless of what your mental health and your cognitive ability is. That's what she wants. And she lives in fear with this she lives in fear with this Four of Swords, of being put back into conservatorship, of being restrained, of not having her freedom. And the medication as well is something that they're giving me, and they're playing this in my head, this tune by the indie group in the UK called Garbage, which is medication. They got me on some medication. My point of balance is askew, keeps my temperature from rising. The blood is pumping through my veins. Somebody get me out of here. It's tearing at my soul. Nobody gives a damn about me or anybody else. Like, they're just showing me that Garbage. Like, I haven't listened to Garbage in years. I'll listen to Garbage after this, but they've literally just reminded me of those lyrics. And that's basically what she's going through. Like, you can't trust anyone. You don't know who is for you. People fighting over your estate, people fighting over your money, people telling you what you ought to do. And she was a woman, the divine. They're telling me about Britney's divine feminine power and how intimidating your divine, when someone is in their divine feminine, how intimidating to other people around you that divine feminine power could be. Yeah, this is the thing. It's having people who could surround her, who are there for her. And just with the hermit energy, just leaving Britney alone at this point. You know, so in terms of, oh my goodness, it's worse than you could imagine, it's this, it's that. Long story short, no, it's not. No, it's not. The problem is the type of care Britney has and the people being around her. And she just wants dignity. She just wants to be listened to, treated with dignity, being listened to, and someone to really give her good, robust care. People who actually care about her. That's what's missing. That's why the situation is getting worse. Okay, guys, that's a current energy reading into Britney. I'm going to leave it there. See you guys in future readings. Bye.